Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. This is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard to Starship Normal Prize for another episode of Supermarket Simulator. So, for those of you guys who are just joining this series, I'm doing a special challenge where we can only sell our items 50%, or not 50%, geez, 50 cents above their actual value that we buy from. Basically, it might be a little bit better if I explain it from the pricing catalog. So these things over here, the profit margin can only be 50 cents of whatever the average cost and whatnot is that we're purchasing things from. And I was doing a little bit of research in between episodes, and I found out that by having our margins like really low, it actually attracts more customers to our store. Because yesterday, or the in-game yesterday, I think we processed, or we had about 38 customers come in, which is quite a bit for only being like a level 12 or level 13. So we are going to get a lot more customers in our store for having low margins, so at least that'll make up for having low profit margins. Oh, and I also found out that apparently leaving your lights on all day also attracts more customers. I've only been keeping it on during nighttime because, I mean, in real life you wouldn't put your lights on all day because that's just wasting electricity. And since we have to pay for electricity in this universe, that's kind of the reason why I was doing that. But I did a little bit, but today I think we're going to do an experimental day. I want to know how many more extra customers we're going to attract by keeping our lights on all day. Right now, I believe if we go to our management, we spent $14.81 on electricity. Now, a good chunk of this is coming from the refrigerator right now, but I'm curious to see how high that's going to go. I'm hoping it's like 20, maybe 25 at the most. If that's true, and depending on how many extra customers that we attract, that might totally be worth it. Also, having more cashiers attracts more customers. Expanding your store also attracts all customers, and all of these bonuses stack. So, yeah, I don't think we have any. Oh, also, purchasing more licenses also attracts more customers, and your higher your store level also attracts more customers. So there's quite a bit that we can do to experiment with to try to get ourselves in the positives and like keep us from like sinking and making a successful store by having very low margins. I'm still very curious to see if we can pull this off. Like get like an actual supermarket where we have like 4 or 5 cashiers, a bunch of stockers, some janitors and whatnot going around, and still making a profit even with having such low margins. So very excited for the future of this series. Anyways, let's go ahead and pay our bills, pay our electricity bill, pay our rent, and then we'll go to our bank, pay our payments on our bank loans. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, I also been trying to, I've been looking at another mod I want to add into the game, but for loans and whatnot. I kind of want to adjust these and make it where we have more loans. Like I want to get 3 up to 9 loans if possible. But anyways, we have we have $405 left on our original loan, and we have $2,400 left on our big loan, giving us $2,805 total left in debt. We have 29 payments left to do. So yeah, we still have a bit until our loans are completely paid off, and then we can take out more loans to expand our I almost said military. I've been playing way too many strategy games recently. I've gotten really back into Command and Conquer, so my brain is just like strategy mode, military mode, like constantly right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and go through all of our pricing. We need to set all of this to 50 cents. So because like Chocopo went way down, so we need to make that, I think, 3.77 or 3.67. There we go. So we can keep this synced. And you need to go down 6 cents, so you need to be 1.79. There we go. You need to go up for oil. You need to be 2.52. There we go. And then sugar, comes down a little bit to 1.77. Cool. And then you go up by 1 cent to 2.50. And then tea actually comes down a little bit to 3.21. Cool. And everything is all synced to 50 cents. Fantastic. All right, so now what we need to do, and we need to buy materials. I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights on, just so it starts at as soon as the store opens, and then we could figure out how much extra electricity 4 lights is going to require us. Hopefully it's not too much, but we'll find out. But anyways, let's start at the top. It looks like for flour, we only need 2 more for the shelves. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy 1, 2. I'm expecting a lot of customers, so we'll go with 3. 3 for flour. And then next would be bread, which we need 1 to fill up, I believe. Actually, I think we need 2 to fill up, because this one needs 8. Yeah, we barely need 2, so we're going to go with 3 bread. So we have a little bit extra. And then for oil, we need 1 oil, 2, 3 oil. Bulp, bulp, bulp. Okay. And then pasta, we're going to go ahead and probably grab 2. Let's grab 3 pasta. Pasta is very cheap and it usually sells pretty quickly. And then susu, we need a minimum of 2. Let's go ahead and go with 3. I think we're going to have like 3 of everything. We're going to only grab 2 Chocopic. I believe Chocopic, didn't you go down? Yeah, you went down. You're 37, so yeah, let's still just grab 2. You're still a little bit expensive. Water, we need 1 to fill up, and then probably another just to have extra. I think water is pretty cheap anyways. Yeah, it's 82 cents per unit to buy. It's 13 cents for a pack of 16, so yeah, let's go with 2. Might go with 3. Just, they come with 16s, 2 would be plenty. And then milk, we need 1 to fill up, and then maybe 1 extra. Yeah. Yeah. I still need to be a little bit conservative on what I buy until we get our money situation under control. And then eggs, we just need 1. Eggs are getting like so expensive. It's like, oh my god. I've been reading up on it, and there's like, if you're not watching in America, there's a bird flu going on in our country, and a lot of the like people who are like in charge of all the hens and whatnot have been having to kill them before they infect all of their birds so they can have some sort of profit. And things are getting very expensive. But hopefully everything gets better. Hopefully right now it's just the worst going on right now, and hopefully by later on things will get better. I'm not much of an egg person myself personally, so it doesn't really bother me that much, but seeing those prices when shopping at a supermarket, it's like, oh my god, this is quite crazy. Okay, and then we need at least 1 tea. I think if I remember, yeah, tea is 51. It's actually cheaper than coffee right now. We currently have 69 out there, so yeah, we'll just grab 1 to stock. And then, actually what we should do is probably just have tea on the top and then have coffee all around here. Just because the units of coffee that we sell, it'd be better if we just display more of it. But, 472 bucks. We need 4 coffees so we can have everything. 2, 3, 4. That's basically all of our money. Whew. I hope this works. I really do hope this works. Okay. We're down to 14 bucks. Time to get everything stocked. But yeah, eggs have gone very expensive. I do live in a state that isn't like super expensive when it comes to its groceries, but eggs are like approaching $6 a dozen. It's just like, holy crap. It's like you can buy almost 2 gallons of fuel with that much for like a dozen eggs, and it's just like, it's something you never would see. And a lot of people have been looking at it and trying to find protein alternatives to not buy eggs. And that's going to help the market if people do that, but it's just like, holy crap. Whew. Burp, 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 burp. All right, let's get this over here. And then you go over here as well. And I also think that maybe that if we keep the store clean, I think that also helps with the amount of customers that come into the store. Because I was looking at how they got it to work, and basically what it does is there's a timer that goes on, and if the as your store levels up and as things like get better, or as you like get more cashiers and all that stuff, also self cashiers also work too when it comes to attracting more customers to the store. But basically all it does is just reduce the timer of when customers are allowed to come to the store, which is a very interesting way to speed things up, and I actually really like that. It's a very simple solution to it, because we have a certain amount of time throughout the day, and then they'll just make it to where it spawns a customer like every, I don't know, 10 seconds instead of every 12 seconds if everything is like set correctly. I'm not a developer or anything, but I do love like looking into all that type of stuff. I mean, I make my own mods and stuff for like other games, but which you guys probably know from the channel. But it's just, I don't know, it's just really cool to see how people come up to like these like interesting solutions to things. Boop boop boop. Alright, you go here. Actually, I'm gonna put you here, because we did grab a ton of this. Oh, and also keeping all the products available for customers also increases the amount of customers that come to your store. But I'm doing quite a bit of research to try to figure out this challenge. Burp, 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 burp. Oh no! I pushed it over. You, get back up here. There you go. And then we'll push you here because we have an extra, which is you. Boop. Boop. And alright, and then now we gotta do the same thing for flour, because I believe, yeah, there we go. We got extra flour. Did we get another one of those? Okay, that's it. Good to know. We got Susu. Bloop, bloop, there's the extra flour. I thought I had another one. So the target we need to break, I think, is going to be like 750. It's going to be a little bit difficult because of, well, because of the margin. But hopefully we'll be able to reach that. Alright, and you go over here. There we go. Water. Where's our extras? And there's the extra water. And boop. You're already open. Boop. Okay. And now extra eggs. Cool. There's the extra milk. Alright, you boys. Yeah, you need to move out. You go on top. And then cheese goes over here in the corner. And then the eggs, same thing. You go like all the way deep in the corner. There we go. And the chalk pick, move you over here. And then Susu extras. Go, and I believe, yep, you are the last chalk pick extra. Cool. Alright. And if we ever get enough money and get our loans paid off, we will definitely be getting the storage area, but we cannot afford that right now, as you can tell by how much money we have left. Alright, but at least we have a decent stock of every product that we sell, so let's see what happens. Boop! We are open for business. Hello, lady. Hope you enjoyed the Sobani marketplace. One of these days, we're actually gonna get a proper name, but that requires money, and I don't have such money. Boop 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 boop. I mean, she did grab some coffee, so we could put some of this here. Oh, got another shopper. Hello, sir. Hopefully you're enjoying your day. Cool, cool. Yep, more shoppers coming in. Boop 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 boo. Alright, let's put that up. Get rid of Zvox. Oh, and I know there's also another mod that allows you to make money whenever you throw away your boxes. I'm not really gonna install that one. It's a nice mod, but I think that would take away the difficulty of how we're just barely playing with low margins. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. How else are we doing? Cheese looks like it's getting a little bit on the low side, so let's fill that baby up. There we go. It does already feel like we're getting more customers because our line is already full and we're only 12 o'clock in the day. It's only noon. It's only been 3-4 hours. I know how to count time. Also, if I'm feeling, or if I sound a little bit loopy, I did just get done with 10.5 hours of work at my actual job. So that might be why I sound a little bit loopy, or why I might make some speech mistakes. So I apologize about that ahead of time. But we had a lot of call-ins at work, so I stayed extra to help out and make sure that everything was done the way it was supposed to. Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty. Trash. Come here, trash. You're mine. There we go. Let's get some bread going. things have to be right. Yep. Just making sure. We need more cereal. There we go. I know, lady. The check line is full. Eventually, we will make the store bigger. So there are one cashier to do things a little bit better. It does feel like we're getting more customers, which is good. I like that. What else do we need? We need some susu. Where did I put it? Got it over here. Bloop, 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 bloop. What else do we need? We need some pasta. We're getting close to leveling up to 14. Boo, 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 boo. I am so glad that they don't actually leave if the line is way too long. They're just going to sit here and complain about it. Wish real customers in real life were like that. Would be a lot nicer. Boop, boop. We need more flour. There we go. How are we doing over here? This all over here looks good. Need more eggs. We broke 300 bucks. Good, good. We're out of susu. Water. Get you all full. There we go. Milk. We need some milk. Go. Need more pasta. We're definitely going through inventory a lot faster now. So I think it's working. I think we're actually getting more customers. Oh, our store's starting to get a little bit trashed. We need to clean the windows. There we go. Is there anything else? Oh. Keep you all nice and tidy. Here we go. Cool. More pasta. Woohoo! We are level 14 now. Great. A little bit of trash on the ground. And need some bread. Still have customers coming in. Holy crap. We have so many customers that need checkout. Oh boy. Alright, what else do we have? We have cheese, which we can stock a little bit. Ooh, the bottom one was empty actually. Made $429 so far. We're basically out of stock now. Got a little bit more water we need to put in. Hee hee. Fantastic. Eggs can go out. Here we go. Yeah, the only thing I really need to worry about is tea, which we probably can stock all of it. Fantastic. Okay, wow. So the only thing we have left is milk and drinks, which, there we go. Water is all out. And the only thing we have left is milk. Just a half thing of milk. Cool. Alright, well, the good news is we went through a lot of inventory. And it does look like everyone bought everything, which is nice. So I'm just going to let the game go right now, and we'll be back once all the customers have been checked out. Alright, all of the customers have been checked out. We're up to $647.94. I don't think that was quite where the margin that we needed to be to break even, but we'll see. We'll see what the results are. So we still had only 38 customers. So leaving the lights on didn't make a difference because we had 38 customers last time. Okay, good to know. It might be that our store just isn't big enough for that to really make a difference. Like maybe once the store level gets really high, then that starts making a difference. But we ended up making $633.71. We paid $703 for all of the inventory we bought, and we paid $165 for our loans, $80 to our cashier, $20 for rent, and $14.81 for electricity, making a total loss of $349. So not the best in the world. But let's get to the next day. Hopefully today will be a little bit better. Our store did level up, so that alone should attract a few more customers. It might just be the fact that we might just be at that point where we're kind of maxed out until we expand the store more. That is a possibility. So yeah, but let's see how much did it increase our expenses for our electricity. Actually, not that bad. It went up to 21 bucks, which is where I was expecting. So it went from $14.81, about 15 bucks, to 21, so to $6 more to keep the lights on all the time. So that's perfectly fine. That's not a big deal. So cool. That is good to know, but yeah, we didn't really get too lucky when it comes to people like buying stuff in the store. So, although we did sell a lot of inventory because we just have everything on the shelves now. So, yeah, hopefully this time we won't have to spend so much money on inventory. But let's pay our bills real quick. Pay our rent. Those are both very important. And then we want to go to our bank to pay both of these loans. Whew, we only have $361. Oh boy, we have $2,640 left in our debt. We have $360 remaining on our first loan. It's about halfway done. Our second loan is $2,280. We're still not done paying our interest on the second loan, but I also made it to where that loan is really long because I wanted to make it affordable, basically. So, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, let's go through our pricing real quick and see if anything changed. This one can come down to $1 and 27 cents. Wow, that is really cheap. Holy crap. And you can go back up to 1.78. Nope, that's the wrong way. 1.76. Cool. And those are the only two ones that adjusted. You went down, flour went up. So it's going to be more expensive to buy. Yeah, it went up by 2 cents, it looks like. Where sugar went way down, which is nice. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just start making a habit of always turning our lights on before we start. And now we need to figure out what do we want for inventory? Flour and pasta we usually sell a lot. They're also quite cheap. So how many of these do we want? These only cost $4.80 to buy each. Let's buy 3. Okay, and then pasta. We need 1 to fill up the shelves. And then we'll buy 3. So we can have 2 extra. And then you, bread. Let's go with 1 extra. Oil. Might do 1 extra for oil as well. And try to be a little bit more safe with all the inventory I buy this round. And you guys, we need 1 to fill the shelves, and then you're cheap right now. So let's buy a second one for extra. And then Chocobo. You're so expensive. Need 1 to fill the shelves, and we might stick with that. Water. We're full on water, but we need an extra. Just so we have extra. Milk, we're still doing pretty good. I could buy an extra milk. We might as well, it's pretty cheap. Eggs, we need 1 egg in order to fill up the shelves. And we're gonna stick with that because they're a little bit expensive. Cheese, same thing, we need 1 to fill the cheese. And we'll go an extra just in case. And in tea we're good. I'm actually gonna skip tea this time. And coffee, we need 1 to fill the shelves. Actually, we need 2 to fill the shelves, so we need a minimum of 2 coffee. Whew! $347 in material. Oh boy, we're barely surviving out here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. I'll put you here. That's not what I wanted to do. You here, you there. So yeah, as soon as we're able to pay off our loan, we're gonna take out another loan, which we'll hopefully use to... I want to buy storage, but I think right now that's not going to be useful. We may have to expand the store so that we can get more customers coming on. I don't know. If we expand the store, we'll get more customers, but that also means we have to pay more rent. We don't have any room here for another cashier, so processing customers is kind of our problem right now. I mean, there is no... Oh, yeah, there is no penalty for having, like, customers just wait around. I still feel bad for them. But regardless, we should get a couple more customers today just because of the fact our store leveled up. Boop. And put you there. Fantastic. And Susu, you go over here. coffee, you go over here. Here we go. And cheese goes in the fridge. So I wonder how much electricity each one of these lights produce. Because we're at 21. Not sure. Boop boop. Alright. Let's go ahead and close you up. Put you here. Oh. There we go. You water. You go over here as well. Yeah. Boop. Eggs. Boop. Just one egg. And then oil. Same thing with you. And our last one is cereal, which we'll just put in the corner. Okay. So we got a little bit of inventory. Oh boy. Let's open up. Hopefully we get a little bit over 40 customers today. That would be nice. Hello there, sir. I see you're a big cereal fan. I'm happy to see that, but we don't have any extra, so please don't buy all my cereal. Buy all my tea, though. Yeah, there you go. That I can appreciate. Hello, sirs. Welcome to the store. Hope you enjoy it. It's not much right now, but eventually one day this will be a competitor to Walmart. Alright, we did get a little bit of coffee, so let's go ahead and put that up. And let's see, what else did they grab? They did grab a couple of flowers, so we'll grab that. Put that up. They did grab a little bit of bread, it looks like. Fantastic. Nothing else important yet, it looks like. A little bit of milk. Some cheese was grabbed. Cool. If we can make it to level 20, I can take the bigger loan out too. That's also a possibility. I was looking at, I think I said this at the beginning of the episode. Like I said, I had a 10.5-hour shift today, so I don't exactly remember what I said earlier in this episode, so if I repeat myself, I apologize. But there was a mod I was looking at that allows us to adjust loans, and I think I might look a little bit more into that in between these episodes. Boop, boop, boop. And need more cheese. Gonna keep that stocked. And then we have no coffee, we have no tea, we have no chocobo. Just the very basics is all we can put out right now. What else do we need? Do need some of you. Cool. What else do we need? More of you. Oh, Susu. Get you outgoing. After that, need more milk. Three o'clock and complaining that the line is long. Okay. So it feels like we're gonna get a lot more customers in the evening time today. Eggs. Okay. And then water. Whoa. There's some people buying a lot of milk, it looks like. And then we need to fill up more oil. Sweet. Hopefully we can get... Oh god. Well, they bought all the chocobo. Nope, that goes here. And you... Okay, yeah, I don't know, think we have anything else that needs to go out. The other thing we have is some water, some cheese, some eggs. Everything's looking fine. I mean, water, you can do that, get rid of all the water. Cool. Ooh, and someone bought a bunch of pasta, so let's get that up on the shelves. Cool. I think we're surviving. Today feels like it's better than yesterday, but it could also be just because of the fact that we did a lot of investment in the store yesterday. Ooh, yes, yes, please buy all my coffee, please. I need money. I need monies. Okay. Hoo-hoo, we broke 400 bucks. Okay, so yeah, we're looking pretty good today. I think we only started off with like 380, so we already made a profit-ish. Hopefully. Hopefully today would be the first day we actually make a profit. Although tomorrow we're gonna really have to invest in some more inventory. Still got one of these left. Eggs! Got a handful of eggs. Not many. There we go. And pasta. Got one left. Boop, boop. There we go. Now, I could push this baby back here and then put another cashier in front for me. That will generate more people into the store, but that also is going to mean that I can't really do that because I need to help stock. I gotta really figure out what the next decision I want to do with this. I mean, we are gaining experience still, so people are enjoying the store. Like, I could try and get the next product, but the problem is, if I do that, this store is going to start getting really, really cramped with a bunch of product all over the place. But they will also help us generate an income a little bit easier. My God, will someone else buy an egg? I hate the fact that everything I have just says 1 in boxes. Oh my God. Please. I have 1 cheese, 2 eggs, 1 susu, and 1 flour in my extra inventory. And this is just how it's gonna be. Okay, cool. We'll see how it is. Alright, sweet. So we have finished off at $637.61. That last customer complained that we didn't have any cereal, but again, I took a risk since cereal is expensive and it didn't work. But we did sell like a bunch of coffee, we sold a bunch of tea. So yeah, overall it was a pretty profitable day. And yeah, let's go ahead, close up the shop, see what we got. So we had 37 customers instead of 38. We actually went down 1, which is interesting. I wonder if there's a range of how the customers work instead of being exact. That would make sense. Like it's a range between, like, I don't know, 5-10%. We gained $623.33. We spent $347.66 on supplies. Paid $165 to our loans, $80 to our staff, $20 to rent, $21 to our electricity, and we only lost $10.33. I will take that. That to me feels like a successful day. So yeah, I think until we actually can afford like better things, I think we're just gonna have to do the bare minimum and just fill everything up and maybe have like 1 box extra, because the light technique isn't actually providing as many customers as I expected. It might provide more, like the larger your store is and the higher your store level is, because I think right now we might be maxed out on the amount of customers we can have until we make an expansion. So yeah, I think what I might do, and this is gonna be a little bit risky, I'm gonna hold off on my loans, because we can hold off our loans for like 3 days. So our loans and our bills, I'm gonna hold off on those. And actually, if I do that, then I can't actually purchase the loans. Yeah, because the payment doesn't go down unless you actually, pay your bills, which is how it works in real life too. So, because if I pay this one off, we're only going to get like $350, and this one, I can't really pay it off yet because we're still working on the interest of the original part of the loan. Okay, so that theory doesn't work. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is the next episode we're just gonna keep our shelves just barely stocked. Like the only thing we're gonna have is just a little bit of overflow if the whole box doesn't actually stick on the shelf, just to like keep the bare minimum of our inventory and stuff ready to go, and then just save our money until we get our loans paid off. Once we get our loans paid off, then we can take them back out again, and then we can use those loans to expand the shop, like or the store. Because right now, let's see if we go to, I think it's licenses. The next license is $400, but we probably need to expand the store, which is only $350. So we'll probably expand the store in the whenever we get our loans paid off. Which the original loan, the first one, we got 7 days. So that's going to be a couple episodes before we actually get that paid off. Yeah, like right now we could take a risk. I'm gonna decide in the next episode, but we might go ahead and just expand the store, just take a quick risk. I do know the thing about expanding the store is the fact that it's gonna be more expensive on rent, because I think it goes up by $15 when you expand, which is kind of the reason why I've been hesitating of actually expanding the store, because we're basically at the point where we're just even. Like, we're paying our loans off, and we're just even right now. And I kind of want to keep it that way. If I go ahead and expand the store right now, I believe the extra money that we have to pay on rent, and the more extra money that because we don't even have enough inventory to keep all this stuff running yet. So I think that's what I need to do. We need to focus on paying our loans, keep doing what we're currently doing, and then focus on building up our inventories. I want to have 2 boxes of each extra of every product. That's going to be my goal once we get our loans paid off. And then once we reach that point in inventory, then we can take another loan out and expand the store, and then like expand our products so we can sell more items. And then hopefully, eventually, once we get to level 20, we can afford the big loan, which I will be adjusting. I think I'm going to download that loan mod and see if I can get more loans going to help us out. But yeah, as long as we continue making money and continue getting our loans paid off and whatnot, and we will slowly build up our inventory, and we'll slowly eventually get to the point where we can start expanding our base. But I'm definitely feeling the difficulty of the 50-cent challenge. It's yeah, it's gonna take a while before our store actually gets big. It's gonna be, hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's gonna be a fun journey. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this. If you did, please leave a like. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. If you want to see more of me, I have a link in the video description to my main channel called Captain Soban, where I play space and strategy games. I also mod games and cover them as well. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you want to see more of me, I have a Twitch in the video description as well, where I play with my friend Meat. We play survival and crafting games like Space Engineers, 7 Days to Die, Paul World. Those are kind of examples of what we play, and we just goof off and have fun. So you guys can join us if you want to. And if you want to support me even further, I have a link in the video description to my girlfriend, her name is Judy. She is a commission artist who likes to create art and create fun things for people. You don't have to commission her anything if you don't want to, but if you like follow her on Instagram and give her a message saying she's an awesome, amazing person, that would be very thoughtful and very useful. No, that's not the right word. Be very thoughtful and very considerate of you, and we would both appreciate it. But anyways, until next time. This is Captain Soban signing out.